Ahoy pirates! Japan just announced a digital nomad visa starting at the end of March 2024. This video will give you a full guide to all requirements and things you should consider and know, as well as my perspective on it and my experience living for over a year as a digital nomad in Japan. I'm very excited that Japan, the land of cherry blossoms and innovation, is opening its doors to digital nomads like never before. Last year, the buzz started about Japan considering a special visa for digital nomads. And it's not just about the money. It's about a vision for the future, boosting the economy, creating connections, and embracing the nomadic spirit. Now over 50 countries have already rolled out their vision of digital nomad visas. And Japan doesn't want to miss out on the action. But the big question is, how does Japan visa stack up against its neighbors, such as South Korea or Taiwan? The Japanese government in the Japan Times article from the 2nd of February just dropped a bombshell. A digital nomad visa. But hold on, there's more to this story than just excitement. Starting March 2024, the Immigration Service Agency is rolling out 6-month visas for digital nomads with an annual income of 10 million yen or more. That's a good amount of money if you ask me. Wow, but yeah, still, it's Japan. I wonder if it's just a test run for the beginning to open up even more in a couple of years. And I prefer that governments are a bit more careful about topics such as gentrification and cultural heritage. Maybe they have been learning from other recent digital nomad hubs and watched closely the developments. 49 countries and territories will be able to stay in Japan under the specific activities visa category. But what does that actually mean? Is it just a longer tourist visa? So even if you are a digital nomad who happily earns a very high income, where you were born has a great impact on getting Japan's digital nomad visa. On the other hand, self-employed applicants are eligible as well if they fulfill the requirements. The catch: a 6-month stay, non-renewable. The visa must be reapplied for, with this only possible 6 months after leaving the country. But hold on, maybe Japan wants to create a balance. Enough time for nomads to thrive, but with a system to prevent any hiccups. Well, I wonder how many people will just come with a tourist visa and fly out for some days to re-enter. But let's wait until we get the full picture of what kind of benefit the visa will give in the end. Considering South Korea's 2-year digital nomad visa. And guess what? You don't need to navigate certificates. Well, that also means that you don't get a residency card or a residence certificate. But as I know, you need these, for example, to buy a car, rent a house, or even open up a bank account. But in short, this visa is all about flexibility and fun. No strings attached. The good news is that the whole family with kiddos can join in on the adventure. Plus, private health insurance is your golden ticket to peace of mind. And the insurance is relatively affordable. Let's talk perks. Can you sign a work contract, or are you limited to enjoying the scenery? Here's where things get interesting. While Taiwan's Gold Card lets you work part-time, Japan is taking a different route. No employment contracts or work permits. It's all about the experience. I still believe living your ikigai in Japan is now. 6 months seem a bit short to me, but you can reapply and come with your whole family. So I believe they just want to make sure that everything is legit, even after some time. Whether these are healthy measurements or not, let me know your opinion in the comments. Imagine working remotely in Japan, soaking in the rich culture, exploring new horizons, and eating incredible food, all while making your mark in the digital world. Sounds like you, right? Well, let's have a closer look at my experience here in Japan, so you can form your own opinion if you want to come join me. I started my journey in the Hokkaido winter, all the way in the north for snowboarding, while living in Sapporo, and I loved it. Then I started traveling in spring to catch the cherry blossom wave, and traveled slowly down over the main island to all major cities, such as Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, and lived and explored remote parts of Japan as well. For example, the UNESCO World Heritage Village and festival site of Hida Takayama in the Japanese Alps. with its breathtaking nature and traditional local life. Until I ended up living on the tropical island of Okinawa while enjoying the beautiful beaches to surf, dive, sail, and train karate. And you can do so too. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, shred the like button so more people can experience living in Japan. So hey, it's not just about the income, it's about embracing the spirit of adventure and the freedom to work from everywhere in the country. Here's a list of what I had to consider organizing while living in Japan. For all these topics, you find videos on this YouTube channel. Finding housing, monthly costs and money breakdowns, what you need to know before coming, buying a car, translating my driver's license, good places to settle down for a while, unique experiences while connecting with locals, renting stuff, storing stuff, traveling around, events and festivals, and so much more. Please just keep in mind to be respectful of the Japanese culture and stay open-minded to an experience living in Japan. Because I'm telling you that it is different living in Japan than just traveling here. I'm so happy that more people will get the chance to live here and will find the videos about nomad life in Japan on this channel helpful. Whether you're strolling through Tokyo's neon-lit streets or finding inspiration in Kyoto's historic temples, the possibilities are endless. Some major Japanese companies announced plans to set up homes for digital nomads in Japan. Well, I don't know if they will be affordable, but I also prefer having my own private space or room and at the same time a shared community or even a shared living environment. This is just my experience living the nomad life for over 10 years now. So I'm not sure who wants to live alone in an apartment, but if so, you can find a video on this channel. In the meantime, imagine working in a Japanese scenery with a beautiful garden or next to a river or with a mountain view. You can with us. Captain Ikigai recently joined a collaboration with a Smarthostile and co-living company targeting digital nomads, currently operating 3 branches. The focus is to also connect with the Japanese locals by cooking together and a technology-driven household to make daily living easier. This is one of the houses you could be living in, with shared living spaces and also private rooms in traditional Japanese-style houses. Can you imagine living here for a while and working? The houses have, for example, a beautiful irori, a Japanese fireplace, a Japanese garden with the fastest internet connection you can imagine, perfect for living and working remotely from Japan. It's affordable and not like a hotel, hostel, or platform rental experience. Find all the links in the description and stay in touch for more info. Or listen to the interview by the known platform Digital Nomad World about the Smarthostile concept here. We are expanding the living spaces all over Japan now and are happy to host you and get to know each other. So fellow nomads, mark your calendars and get ready for the journey of a lifetime in Japan. Join the discussion in the comments. To sum up, I believe that digital nomads will create a new kind of maybe sustainable tourism, and I hope that borders and political expandency will be meaningless in this context. I have been a solo female traveler, well, a non-binary digital nomad living all over the world, and Japan is one of the safest countries I have ever lived in. These are some of my pros for living as a digital nomad in Japan. Cultural richness. Japan offers a unique blend of tradition and modern culture, providing digital nomads with a rich and diverse environment. Safety and cleanliness. Japan consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world, making it an ideal destination for digital nomads seeking a secure living environment. Technological infrastructure. With its advanced technological infrastructure, Japan is a heaven for digital nomads who rely on fast and stable internet connections. Scenic landscapes. Beyond the bustling cities, Japan boasts stunning natural landscapes, including picturesque mountains, lakes, and a serene countryside. Food delights. Do I need to say more than Japanese food? Oishi! Check out this video here what you need to know before coming as a digital nomad to Japan. But there are still so many open questions regarding the visa and tax. and I will try to answer them all in the upcoming videos. What do you think about this development? And do you think a work and holiday visa might be an easier solution to live in Japan before you turn 31? If this video is helpful for you and you want to keep up to date, a subscribe would mean the world to me in finding my real audience. Please find all the links in the description. Check out more videos about the nomad lifestyle and how to organize living or traveling in Japan on this channel. See you in the next one. Cheers and live your ikigai!